made it to the casino. I spent $11 more than I wanted to. I spent a whole $31 within an hour. So now I'm just going to sit by the river and enjoy the rest of my Saturday by the river while my husband is inside playing. I think he said the crap table is what he's playing. I am not a gambler. I really just came along for the ride and the opportunity to get outside in my RV. So here we are. This is my second trip out in our classic. Metropolis, Illinois. Hello. Welcome everyone. My name is Chrissy and I am new to YouTube. My YouTube name is Chasing Dreams with Chrissy. An avid camper. Avid in that I get out at least once a month. I have a camping group that is geared towards Middle Tennessee campers. Anybody can come if you're willing to travel. Excuse me, my nose ring is acting wonky. I am new to YouTube. This is very new to me. Very out of my norm, but it's something I wanted to do. I wanted to start sharing my camping adventures since I started camping in 2020 during COVID. I was so stressed out. I just needed something to calm me down, to relieve some of my stress and anxiety. And I started watching YouTube channels. I've always watched YouTube channels about tiny living. I've always wanted to live tiny. So when I started watching YouTubes about tiny living, RVs and campers and van life and living in my car videos started popping up, and I thought, well, that's a good idea. Why don't I just go buy a camper? So one Sunday morning I got up really early. So I went back roading, as we call it in Tennessee. And I said, I'll see if anybody have any in their yard that they're trying to sell. Mind you, I had no idea about RV, and I am a country girl, as you could probably tell by my accent. But I had no idea about camping. I camped as a Girl Scout 1 or 2 times, but camping in a vehicle, no, anybody's yard that were for sale. I found 1 or 2. I stopped at one and I got out and I went inside of it and looked, and I thought, do I want somebody else's problem? I didn't know how to determine the condition of the camper or anything, so I said I'll just keep looking. And I knew Camping World, or at the time it was called, the one I went to was called Gander RV in Nashville, Tennessee, out by Opryland Hotel. I said they open about 11 or 12 on a Sunday, so I'll just, keep riding around until it opens up. Well, 12 o'clock came, and at 12 o'clock on the dot, I pulled into the Gander RV. Salesman came out, and I told him, I said, I know nothing about campers, but I'm here to buy a camper. And I I'll put a picture of the camper that I bought. Camped in that about a year. Me and my son, my husband. My mom went on a trip or two. And I went out a couple of times. Well, more than a couple of times by myself. I did some dry camping on my stepdad's farm. And it was nice, but I quickly realized all three in there was just too small. I mean, it was fine as far as sleeping, but if it rained and we all had to be in there at the same time, it was not ideal. Again, I had no idea about camping, and I had no idea about unhooking the batteries or turning the power off, or it would kill your battery. So I went in to get a new battery at Camping World, and of course I moseyed out to the parking lot to see some other campers, and I found a camper that was 24 foot, and it was a prime time Avenger with a slide out. It had one slide out. I think it slept 6 to 8 people, really 6 people well, and it was very nice. I loved it, and we kept that one for about a year. And then I started camping with my group, the ladies that I camp with, and I kept thinking, this is just too hard. You had to hook up, you had to unhook, you had to bag it up, you had to get it level. And I kept thinking, oh, I would love something that I could drive. I need something that I could drive to my salon, park it. When I left on Fridays for the weekend, I could just jump in it and go. Okay, so yeah, it got to be a little, not hard, but a little more work than I wanted. And I wasn't good at backing up, and I tell my friends all the time, or people I talk to about camping, I had no clue about backing the camper up, but I never let that stop me from going out camping, because there's always somebody at the campground that was willing to back you up and get you into your site. So as soon as I got to the campground, I would just pull in. I'd try to back up a couple of times, and then I'd ask the camper that was camping beside me, and I would never get it right. And finally I'd say, do you want to get in and do it? I don't mind, you can get in and do it. And every single time somebody would be willing to get in and do it. I would never let bagging up, me not being able to bag up, stop me from camping. I would always find somebody at the campground who was ready and willing to help me get back in, and that was that. So again, I've been camping about 4 years now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It calms my anxiety. It relieves my stress. Something about nature just makes me happy. So anytime that I can get out, I do. I don't get out as much as I would love to, but I do get out. So that's pretty much my story.